to where you start believing that relationships aren't long term, or you might start to believe all men cheat. How to date for long term and then eventually marriage. So I'm going to give you all my tips 1 through 10, and this is everything I've learned so far. I'm drinking on a boba tea that my man got me. If you've never tried a boba tea, you should try it because it's fire. 10 out of 10. So starting off strong with number 1, take sex out of the equation. Consider taking sex out of the equation and become abstinent. Because ask yourself this, how much closer can you get to someone than through intercourse? Like, really think about it. You can get to know your coworkers, your friends from school, people from the gym, but I feel like the closest you can actually get to someone is like knowing their body. And when you have intercourse with someone too fast, you're not actually getting to know them and who they are, their core values, their beliefs. You're skipping all those steps and you don't even know if you're compatible with them. And at this point, the only thing you guys know you have in common is through intercourse. And then eventually these can cause issues in the relationship in the future, because when the sexual intercourse isn't going so well in the relationship, there's nothing else to hold on, and then this might result into you guys breaking up. All of this causes a cycle in this generation, and this cycle just teaches people how to divorce faster than they know how to stay in a relationship and communicate. I see it too much nowadays. People have sex within the first couple of months and then they break up, but they were never even compatible to begin with. So do I think that relationships are pointless like everybody else thinks? No, I don't. I just think it's a cycle that can be broken with good communication skills, healing from our past, like our childhood traumas, maybe our past bonds with family members, could be friendships or past relationships. And honestly, anyone that says they're cold-hearted and will never find love again, they're just scared of their feelings and scared of their emotions. And I'm saying that because they're scared to get hurt again, and they're using it as a defense mechanism, and they're putting a wall up so they don't have to overcome it. So they're basically just running away from the problem. Number 2, align with the person that you are seeking. So start practicing law of attraction. And to sum up what law of attraction is, if you haven't heard of it, it's basically you attract what you are, not what you want. So basically how I look at it is, if you're trying to seek a guy with good communication skills and you don't have good communication skills, you're most likely not going to attract that. Like if you're trying to attract love but you're continuing to consume negative content about relationships, like celebrities breaking up or cheating on each other, you're most likely going to start absorbing that negative energy to where you start believing that relationships aren't long term, or you might start to believe all men cheat. So like I said, law of attraction is basically what you are is what you attract. So if you're putting out all this negative energy about relationships, like all men cheat, relationships don't last, you're posting negative quotes about relationships, that's the things you're going to start attracting. So therefore, start consuming better content. Like, I don't follow any more accounts that just talk about drama and celebrity relationships all day. So list out everything that you're wanting in a relationship and start to align with all of that. So if you want someone with good communication skills, you need to have good communication skills. If you want someone that's caring, you need to start caring. If you want someone to be nice and genuine with you, you need to start doing the same thing to the people around you. You're going to start attracting everything that you align with. Number 3, start to observe. Is he actually trying to get to know you? Is he trying to figure out what type of person you are? Is he asking questions about you? Is he responding to you like he genuinely cares and wants to get to know you? Or is he just trying to make the time go by and he's short talking you? Is he moving too fast? Is he talking about the past too much? Observe everything and take everything in, especially in the first couple of weeks that you guys are talking. These are the times where we miss red flags and brush them off because we're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt because we don't know them yet. Am I wrong? Number 4, figuring out who he is. This is kind of like number 3. So what type of people does he hang around? How does he talk about the people around him? Does he talk about them in a negative way? Does he talk about them in a positive way? Does he have habits? Does the people around him have habits? Is he always late to work or functions? These are all things you can start looking out for in the beginning stages to see what type of person he actually is without asking him. And sometimes these traits don't start right away because he's trying to give the best impression for you. Number 5, hold yourself accountable. Making sure the men that you are choosing are lining up with your boundaries and your standards. Do they line up with the version of your dream man? If you can say no, you shouldn't be wasting your time with them. You're going to stress yourself out and give yourself a headache trying to mold them to be the man that you want. You are not a builder man or a builder woman trying to build these men up. If you are a woman in her feminine energy, you do not chase nor do you control, and in this situation, the relationship. Just save you and that person some extra time and don't settle for less. It's okay to communicate your feelings because that's what it means to be in your feminine energy, but it's not okay to control the relationship. So if you do communicate your feelings and nothing is changing, it's your time to make that decision to leave. Number 6, releasing control from the outcome. When I was dating, I was attaching myself to the outcome. I wasn't seeing the red flags in the men that I was dating. I was looking at the big picture, and that was to get married, start a happy family, but I had to detach myself from the outcome to see the truth in the relationship. That's why eventually I got hurt in the end, because I already envisioned and mapped out a future for me and that person. So release control from the outcome and see the truth behind the relationship. Number 7, when I accepted all of my flaws and detached from everyone's opinion about me, I attracted so many genuine people. I do not chase anyone that's in a relationship, any friends. I allow relationships to come naturally, and that's where I got the best and genuine relationships from. Like, have you ever wondered all of a sudden when you stop chasing someone that they're attracted to you more? Like when you stop calling and texting that person and they go out of their way to start calling and texting you. It's because you can feel that energy, and you can feel when someone's being clingy and desperate, and sometimes this can push people away. You're going to hear me talk about this a lot. If you're trying to be in your feminine energy, do not chase, attract. Number 8, learning self-love and not looking for someone to complete you. Before I started this self-love journey, I truly believed I needed a man to complete me. I needed a man to fully fulfill my life. When I tell you I was completely wrong, the best thing that I ever did was be single and actually love myself. And being complete with someone or without someone is the best feeling I've ever had. And I don't know about you guys, but the way I thought is the way that I grew up in my community and the way that society taught me. Because I feel like the society now in most communities make women feel like when you meet someone, you get married, have a family, that you're complete or you're a perfect woman. Am I wrong again? Number 9, knowing if they truly want a long-term relationship or want a marriage in the future. These are definitely some things you need to talk about in the talking stage so that you guys don't waste any time. And can you ask yourself, if this person that you're dating, can you see them raising your children? Like if you ever passed away or something happened to you, could you see them raising your children? That's always something I thought about before I even started dating someone, because I don't want to waste time and I want a long-term relationship. And then eventually marriage. On to the final one, number 10. Are they always willing to work out problems and make solutions without making excuses? Because this will go a long way if you're trying to have a long-term relationship and then marriage. If they're not able to do both of those things, then there's going to be a lot of problems. You definitely want someone that's willing to put the work in and willing to work out problems, not someone that runs away from problems. Like, are you able to communicate to this person a problem and they're able to fix it just like this? Because I know if I tell my boyfriend now a problem, he finds a solution and he fixes it. So you can even test this in your real life. You can tell them a little problem like, oh, I'm struggling with this, and see how they respond to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed all of my tips. This gets us into the end of the video. If you enjoyed my content, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Looks like you lost another one.
Bitch, move. You almost stepped on my all white kid, got me walking on them.